Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am so over people blaming millennial women for being independent. Like, how can you blame millennial women for being independent when the society raised them to be that way? Stop blaming millennials. Blame the generation before them. It's either the X or the boomers because they fed this to us. We are a product of our environment. So I just find it weird when people try to blame millennials for what they are. That's crazy. So I thought about this because I was watching this like thing on YouTube and they were talking about like how a lot of millennial women are independent and they have their career but they don't have a relationship, like whether a marriage or like a long-term relationship. They didn't really mention kids necessarily, which they do mention at times, but in this particular case it was more of the concept that, oh, millennial women chose independency and career over their man, ha ha ha. Now they are regretting it because a lot of women are lonely and realizing that their career can't hug them at night. But it's just bizarre because there's a lot of women who never chose their career over a man and they're still lonely and hugging on our pillows in the night. So it's like, what are you trying to say? My point is, you cannot blame people in the society for being the product of what you mix them up to be. So I just don't understand, why do people find that like, oh my god, you guys chose independency and now you're complaining. It's like, I'm sorry. Do y'all remember that song? What's that song called? Oh yeah, that independent. All the ladies, something something, throw your hands up with me. If you were 10 to like, I don't know, 18 when that song came out, is it your fault that you grew up to be independent when they were singing it in your ears, talking about the shoes on my feet, I bought it? And I was like, no, my parents bought this. I'm a child. So that's what y'all raise millennials to be. And now you want to blame the women because they have career and they don't have a relationship. That makes no sense. Because if the women have career in a relationship, then aren't one to assume the men also have career in a relationship. Therefore, y'all produce a bunch of people that are not in relationship and have careers, which we all know is what y'all want in y'all capitalistic society anyways. Because my millennial counterpart is in his apartment, I'm in my apartment, we're both paying rent, we're both Ubering to work, we're both Ubering food when we get home to eat, and the corporation is taking it all to the bank. So my only issue is when they be like, oh my god, these women chose independency and now ha ha ha, and I'm just like, that's the way the society bred them to be. That's like when y'all be blaming Gen Z for being like antisocial and don't have any real friends. Who did that to Gen Z? Y'all can't blame the kids for being who they are. Y'all gave them a phone since the moment they were in the belly. Some of y'all even give them Instagram and Facebook before they're even born. So you raised them on the internet and you didn't teach them how to socialize. And now you guys want to make fun and say they don't know how to socialize. Y'all produced them. The older generation, the millennials who created these apps to stay in contact, is because you built authentic friendships in the past, and when it was time for everybody to sign your yearbook, people was in their feelings, so they created Facebook because they wanted to stay in contact with their friends. But the reason why you felt attached to your friends was because you spent time together in real life and you bonded. There were times where you would have a friend that you remember, there was something like a friend would like live with you, like low key. Be always have those friendship where it could be two boys or two girls and they're just like always together. The girl like goes to live to the other girl's house somehow. You like live in each other's house and nobody parents even know that you're living there, but you just live in there. And you just like always want to spend time with your friend because you were like literally navigating the matrix together. Right? So now millennials had, what do you call this thing? Detachment issue. And they didn't want to let go of their friends. They didn't want to let go of their friends. So they created Facebook and all these apps to stay in contact. But nobody thought about the generation that was going to come up after. Now, they're not out there in the real world forming real life friendship with each other. They're online trying to get likes and followers. And there goes the end of real friendships. Because you wanted to savor yours. Did you really savor these friendships? Or y'all just turned Instagram into this weird thing where y'all just watching each other and competing and lying? Crazy. I say all this to say, you can't say millennials women chose to be independent. No, they were raised to be independent. We were bred to be independent. Every society raised people a certain way. This is just the first time I'm watching people trying to blame the victims, no, I'm kidding, the children, for what the parents did to them. Speaking of the parents, and to this day, our parents is like, we'll never accomplish enough for them. Because they're comparing themselves like, oh man, if I had this opportunity, if I was a lawyer, I would do this. But it's like by the time you get to be a lawyer, you're freaking tired and burned out. But a lot of parents only view you working as like the moment you graduated college. Sorry, you started working the moment you graduated college and you get a so-called job. But it's like, I don't think they understand how hard it is to even graduate from a high school in the inner city, let alone college and graduate school and law school and doctors and dentists and electrical school. So by the time you put 5 years in your job, you're already burned out because you've been working since elementary school. And I think our parents don't understand that. We literally been working hard since elementary school. This school system is a whole job, bro. So of course, when you get to a certain age, we're not trying to work till we're 65. Like, are you serious? I feel like we've been working since, bro, for like 80 years already. So it's not the millennial women fault why she is quote unquote. Apparently they're saying some women have a career but they don't have a man because some women prioritize that. And they want to blame the woman for that. All I'm saying is if a woman chose to prioritize her career over a relationship, that's because she was raised to think that way. It was the women before millennials that came up with the whole independent, and all of a sudden it was in the 90s. You're watching shows and they're like, oh, you can't be barefoot and pregnant. And I'm like, what's going on? We were the generation that watched the shift happen. We're just the product of it. Don't blame us. But it's all duality, as I said. Because there's millennials that are married, who have relationship, have kids. So it's all up to you what you want. And there's some people that are in relationship for years, 10 years or more. And they probably feel like, oh man, I should have chased my career. There's no right way to do this shit. It's all the same. It's all about what you choose to do and what you are saying and doing. My whole thing is, I was not feeling people trying to make fun of millennial women and talk about, oh my God, y'all chose your career over a man. It's like, no. People taught you to be that way. Throw your hands up at men. Those were the music you were hearing. Miss Independent. All of a sudden, men start to sing that they love your independency. I had to look up that word back then. I'm like, independent? What is happening? Neo used to talk about Miss Independent. That's why I love her. I remember thinking like, Neo loves this woman because she doesn't need him. And she could take care of herself. Like, what does that have to do with love? I was so confused. And then I'm like, Neo, aren't you rich, sir? So what kind of woman you talk about she can't take care of herself? It don't matter, you're gonna be richer than she anyways. So we are chat about every woman are gonna be independent in your eyes. Cause no one is gonna be on your level. So the culture made millennial women choose independency over career. The ones that did. Okay? It's all about a balance, guys. It's all duality. But stop blaming the generation for what you made them become. We got to bridge these gaps and bridge these wars. And we got to keep it real so we don't keep making the same bloody mistake, if it is a mistake. Some people are happy with their careers and their independency, for the record. And some people are regret it. Some people are married and they regret it. Some people have kids and they regret it. Some people don't have kids. Let's keep it real. That's just life. But we're all a product of our environment. That's why you gotta be mindful and try to choose the path that you want, that you can walk in authentically. So I don't know, guys. Do y'all feel like it's millennial women fault? Why did they just come up with this idea on their own? Happy Martin Luther King Day. Like they said, what is it? We land on something, some Plymouth, something landed on us. I don't know. The point is, what came first? It was the word independent women came first. Then y'all made millennial women become that. So stop blaming them. And also, be mindful that some people might be happy with that result, which is fine. It's all duality. You just got to find a healthy balance. Yep. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thanks for joining. Have a good night. Bye. And let me know what y'all think. Because, hey, that's just my thoughts. Y'all can have your own thoughts. All right, guys. Bye.